come across the Kambula pride and one of the male lions from the Garo coalition. They crossed the Sand River at the causeway and have proceeded to rest on a large ridgeline directly opposite MalaMala and Sable Camp. The lioness of the Campbell pride, who has given birth to the newest cubs on Campbell Koppies, she was found with the pride earlier this morning. She herself separated and has actually ascended Campbell Koppies to the den site. Where we had a very limited visual of her nursing what seemed to be 3 very young cubs. Still a long distance visual and a very safe fortress for the development of these very young cubs, as the first 3 months are some of the most testing period of any young predator's life. So with MalaMala Game Reserve, after the initial lockdown period due to the pandemic, we are set to open our doors to South African guests at the end of the month, and it seems that both staff and the animals are eagerly awaiting their arrival. It seems that the lions got the memo that guests are soon to be arriving at MalaMala Game Reserve, waiting patiently on the ridgeline in front of the camps. It's a sighting and a setting that we very much look forward to sharing and experiencing with all our guests in the near future. So with the lions resting on rhino pens throughout the day, there hasn't been too much activity. However, the one Gari male has been in bouts of mating with one of the lionesses from the Kambula pride, who is currently an estrus. So on average they were mating every 30 minutes, with the hope that possibly there may be some prey species coming down to drink. The only sight has been a large giraffe bull, some ways north of their position in the Manuleti River. So with sleeping lions, sometimes there's not too much activity. Sit patiently waiting for something to transpire, especially during the midday, where the lions are well capable of resting for at least 18 if not 20 hours a day. Gives you the opportunity to look around the surrounding areas, possibly enjoy some bird life. In this instance, we spotted a pair of African fish eagles that were feeding on a large catfish or barbel. However, all that remained was his head and whiskers. We also took note of the resident troop of chakma baboons, which often spend a lot of time around the MalaMala and Sable camps, often resting and feeding on all the fruiting jackalberry trees. The baboons took note of the lions. They decided that they wished to have nothing to do with them, and they looked to cross the river and headed slowly towards the campgrounds.